Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we have a release date finally for the Cowabunga Collection. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 seems to have broken its street date, and we're looking at getting some NFTs for Final Fantasy VII. Oh joy. We have those topics and more to cover, but before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so we can keep you up to date with all the latest gaming news. Now let's get started. First, we have the announcement of the release date for the Cowabunga Collection, this coming to us from IGN. IGN can exclusively reveal that the Cowabunga Collection will be releasing August 30th on PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Nintendo Switch. The collection will bring with it 13 games from the franchise's 8-bit and 16-bit days, including beloved staples like Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo. And as a reminder, they have listed here all the games that are in this collection. You've got the TMNT arcade, you've got Turtles in Time for the arcade, then you have the 3 NES games and the Turtles in Time for the Super NES and Hyperstone Heist for the Genesis, and then you have 3 Game Boy games, and then you have 3 different versions of Tournament Fighters for the NES, Super NES, and Genesis. Now this will be more than just a collection of games. The article here adds, in addition to a slew of classic releases, Digital Eclipse has included a trove of original design documents. The collection will also support local and online co-op for, and then they list some games here, but this seems to be wrong, and I'm going to go by what's listed from Steam. And the Steam listing says it's actually TMNT the arcade game, Turtles in Time the arcade game, Hyperstone Heist which was on the Genesis, and then the Super Nintendo version of Tournament Fighters. Now I must say I'm kind of disappointed that the Super Nintendo version of Turtles in Time doesn't have online. The reason being is yes, the arcade does, but the Super Nintendo version had several levels in it that weren't in the arcade. But you will still have couch co-op. So I'm definitely looking forward to this collection. I've been playing Shredder's Revenge a lot since it came out, and I'm looking forward to revisiting this collection. Next, we have a topic that's just sort of a word of caution. We have this headline here from VGC. Fans issue spoiler warning as Xenoblade Chronicles 3's street date is seemingly broken. And I have confirmed that you were able to go on eBay and find listings for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I'm not sure how long this will last. I would think Nintendo would try to get this taken down pretty quickly, as these are obviously stolen. But the article also adds photos of copies of the game in the wild were shared on Reset Era on Wednesday before many were taken down. Several Reset Era users also reported having been able to order the game from eBay sellers who claim to have had it in hand and ready to ship, Nintendo Life reports. Now there's no doubt in my mind if there's physical copies out there in the wild, there's more than likely copies out on piracy websites too. So pretty soon you're going to see footage, screenshots, videos, spoilers all over the internet. So you may want to just be careful what you click on and what you read when it's related to Xenoblade Chronicles 3 if you don't want to be spoiled. Next, we have my favorite topic, and I'm sure yours as well. We have a headline here from The Gamer. Square Enix has started selling action figure NFTs. So apparently as part of the anniversary for Final Fantasy VII, Square decided that they would add some NFTs into the mix to go with some actual physical figures. This article here says for the low price of $129.99, you can head over to the Square Enix store and pre-order the Cloud Strife Final Fantasy VII Bring Arts action figure based on the design of Cloud from the original Final Fantasy VII. If it was just a cool figure, that'd be the end of it, but your purchase also comes with an exchange ticket you can redeem over on crypto and NFT platform Engine for a digital certificate of authenticity. Now, this digital certificate of authenticity is just pretty much an NFT of the figure, and it does cost you $30 more if you want to add that in. So they do at least give you the option of buying the figure without the NFTs. Now, what's interesting is that there's several disclaimers on the Square Enix website for purchasing this NFT. The first one says, at time of product release, the digital certificate of authenticity and digital version of the figure are not supported on Marketplace and cannot be transferred or sold to a third party. And then the second warning says, warning, in case the engine service becomes unavailable in the future, in other words, they go out of business, you may lose access to the NFT digital certificate of authenticity and digital version of the figure. So I do appreciate Square Enix here highlighting one of the big flaws with NFTs. If the marketplace that it's running on goes under, you're pretty much out of luck. And while I do like physical statues like the one they have here of Cloud Strife, I have no interest in paying extra for the NFT. Next, we've seen some difficulty when it comes to trying to get a PlayStation 5 version of a game when you already own the PlayStation 4. Sometimes you have to pay an upcharge, and with the case of Persona 5, you're just going to have to buy the whole game. We have this FAQ here that's from the official Persona website in Japan, and it's translated with Google Translate, so bear with me. If I have purchased the PlayStation 4 version of Persona 5 The Royal, can I upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version of Persona 5 The Royal? And the answer is basically no. We are sorry, but there are no products for the purchasers of Persona 5 The Royal for PlayStation 4. And then they suggest that, we really would appreciate it if you just went ahead and bought it for the PlayStation 5. Now, you can still play the PlayStation 4 version on a PS5. Now, I'm not sure what all the differences are between the PS4 and PS5 version. I believe the PS5 version is going to have a frame rate boost and some graphical improvements. And there could be some enhancements to take use of the DualSense controller. But at this point, you will just have to see if there's enough improvements to warrant you buying the game again if you already own it for the PS4. And it looks like Ubisoft has decided to scrap some games they've announced as well as some that they haven't even let us know about. We have this headline here from VGC. Ubisoft has canceled Ghost Recon Frontline, Splinter Cell VR, and 2 unannounced games. Now, Ghost Recon Frontline was this battle royale game that didn't sit real well with many of the fans of the franchise. The reveal trailer that was released last October showed off players collecting the loot and competing in missions. And that was met with significant backlash, which caused Ubisoft to delay and inevitably cancel a planned playtest. Now, this article adds, during a financial call listened to by VGC, the company said that both games had been canceled, talking about Ghost Recon Frontline and Splinter Cell VR, due to the changing financial environment. The company did not provide further details. They also said that Avatar Frontiers of Pandora has been delayed into the company's next fiscal year alongside another unannounced premium title. Now, I do give them kudos for scrapping games that they don't think will be very successful, but this does make me wonder if there won't be some big shakeups at Ubisoft over the next few years. And finally, let's take a look at the latest sales from Famitsu coming out of Japan. Now, everything here should look familiar as there's not any new titles in the top 10, but we still have Monster Hunter Rise plus Sunbreak at the top, followed by Nintendo Switch Sports, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Minecraft, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Demon Slayer, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, and rounding the top 10 out with Animal Crossing New Horizons. And to me, this sort of highlights the lull we've been in for the past few months for new titles, but this should start to pick up a lot come September and October when we have a whole lot of big games coming out heading into the holiday season. Now, if we look over on the hardware sales, we see the Switch OLED and the regular Switch in the top 2 with the PlayStation 5 in third, and then the Switch Lite behind that. and the Xbox Series S rolling in with its normal numbers, followed by the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, and then the Xbox Series X. And then we had 143 people who needed either a new 2DS LL or a PlayStation 4. So it's good to see the PlayStation 5 boost its numbers a little bit this week, and I still have a hard time believing that Sony's going to sell 18 million units this fiscal year. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? Are you looking forward to the Cowabunga Collection, and have you ever played any of the games in this collection? And do you think there should be an upgrade option for PS4 owners of Persona 5 Royal to get the PS5 version? Drop a comment about those topics or anything else we covered today. I want to thank you for watching, have a great weekend, and be good.